Well, DODA66 is back on the road after an evening in the Grand Canyon Caverns. It was a dark and extremely quiet night. We couldn't tell if our eyes were opened or closed. And now we're on the hunt for one of the other mysteries.
So we're here looking for a bobcat, and then I ran into the sign that said notify bobcat. Oh. There's the notify bobcat.
We're saying our last goodbyes to the Grand Canyon Caverns.
Well, we've stopped at Hackberry. This is the general store. Very interesting and eclectic place. Devoted to Corvettes, not necessarily T-Rexes. Preston has found another cat. Hopefully I can pry him away and get back on the road here soon. Come on, Preston, let's get back on the road.
Well, we stopped across the diner in Kingman to get this iconic photo. Can't go through here without at least stopping under the arch and taking a couple of really unique photos. Well, next we're on our way to Oatman. This is probably the twistiest road on all of Route 66 and the most picturesque in the Southwest.
Okay, now he's done. Everybody wants to go. Now it's different.
Well, we encountered a few burros on the way into Oatman, and Preston couldn't believe that there were wild burros on the street. First time he'd ever seen one, first time he'd ever pet one, first time he'd ever fed one. He kind of liked it.
What do you think, Chris? Preston.
Oh, wow.
He knows what's in that little bag.
No, he knows what's in this bag.
Having a little ice cream in the Oatman Hotel. Good and cold on a hot day after feeding the burros.
Well, this is a pretty lonely stretch on the National Trails Highway. Just had to blast on down here to Amboy. Well, more ice cream and a quart of water didn't sound like a really bad idea after this transition.
Well, there's Rexy at Amboy in the beautiful Mojave Desert at Roy's.
Well, little did we know half a mile outside of Roy's, the road was closed. That had us backtracking and had us very worried about our fuel. The good news is, you can see we made it. Well, we got into the Barstow Route 66 motel, and there to greet us was Little Rex.
Well, our last morning on the road, and we're heading out. Route 66.
Well, there's two guys with about 2,500 miles behind them and a T-Rex. Well, we started this journey on a train, and it's fitting as we're rounding third base and coming into home. There's one big train in Barstow passing us by. Well, you can't pass this gym by. Best breakfast in the desert. And then just a mile and a half down the road is this crazy Bottle Tree Ranch.
All right, we're here at Elmer's Bottle Tree Ranch, one of our last stops on the entire Route 66 journey for DODA66.
We're excited.
Really excited.
It's actually a fascinating place. You can see that people have just gathered things up like it's a scavenger hunt and turned it into a work of art. Worth the stop. Well, there was a major incident coming over the Cajon Pass, so we had to reroute and come in through Lancaster, but we made it. This was an amazing adventure. As a recipient of a double organ transplant, it provided me the opportunity to experience this adventure with my grandson and family. I want to thank all those that helped me accomplish this drive. Angie and Mike at D&M Motorsports, John Villa who taught me Final Cut Pro and set up all the templates to make this as easy as possible. Joel at Decal City, Simpson Safety down in Torrance helped us with the safety gear, and Preston, the chief motivator, navigator, and cameraman, and my wife, Vicky, for letting me proceed with this harebrained idea. I also want to thank all those that have contributed so far. We've raised almost $9,000 thus far, and more donations continue to come in to both of the websites listed in the description below. Thank you very much.